Got Alonso Oliver on the line to talk some Miami football. You can join Alonso on his YouTube channel, Alonso1219, the U family. And we're always enjoying the conversation here with Alonso to talk college football. All right, this quarterback situation, what do you make of it? Malik Rosier, he was hot and cold. What can we say? Missed a lot of throws, but I don't want to hold him to too high of a standard in regards to your standard college football quarterback, even at the best schools, miss 5 or 6 throws a game. But I would think that you're looking for a little bit more consistency and a little bit more dynamic playmaking ability out of that position. And so the job seems to be up in the air heading into the spring with, of course, N'Kosi Perry waiting in the wing.
I think it's going to be between N'Kosi Perry and Jarren Williams. I'm a big N'Kosi Perry fan. You know, I watched him a lot. Once he started being recruited by Al Golden, I ended up watching him a lot, and I like the film. And then I also watched Jarren Williams, and he's out of Georgia, and I watched some film on him this year, and he is a baller. He's a big guy who's mobile, very mobile. It's gonna be tough, but I really do believe it's gonna be between those two guys. I believe that Mark Richt really wants to run this read option offense. I think that's what he wants. So you have to be athletic. You have to be strong enough. You have to be able to throw the ball. The one thing I love about Perry is you rarely ever see him miss a deep ball. You rarely ever. I mean, he's on target with it, and he throws. If you look at his arm, and I'm trying. I hate to do comparisons, but his. You remember how Michael Vick had that quick release, and just see how fast the ball came out, and how tight the spiral was. He kind of reminds me of that when he's on the run. He just flicks the ball. It's not and it's just so consistent with it, and that's what I think I like about Perry. But it'll, in my opinion, it'll be between him and Williams. I don't think Malik has a shot. I believe that the fans have soured on him, especially after the Wisconsin game where he missed so many open receivers, and the Clemson game where he missed so many open receivers. And you only can blame the offensive line so much. You know, eventually, if you know your offensive line isn't great or isn't good enough, you have to find a way to get rid of the ball faster. And he held onto the ball a little too long and took sacks that he shouldn't have took and missed open receivers all the time. But receivers not just missing, even when you complete a pass. If a guy has to reach back for the ball instead of throwing in stride, where that could have been a 30-yard gain instead of a 7-yard gain. You know, stuff like that, affects the game, the flow of the game. And he did a lot of that. I like Malik. He's a good young man, but I think it'll be between Williams and Perry next year.
Yeah, a couple plays come to mind that I think of exactly outlining what you're talking about. Braxton Berrios on a slant. It becomes a completion, but he has to go to his knees. He's got to reach behind. He's got to slide. He's got to catch the ball, and it becomes an 8-yard completion versus, who knows, he's off to the races otherwise. So we're looking at, when you talk about Williams and Perry, we're talking about just bigger, faster, more dynamic players with better arms. And if they develop their passing game, they're going to be more accurate. So that's the complete upgrade.
I think they're more accurate now. I think where held Perry back was not knowing the playbook. That's what the whole thing was with him coming in, was he didn't know the playbook. He came in late. So he didn't know the playbook, and Malik did. And Malik barely beat him out, and they didn't play Perry this year at all because they didn't want to burn his red shirt. So you got a red shirt year. So I mean, to me, it wasn't a lost year. It wasn't a lost year. I mean, we had a pretty good record. Wish we would have won at the Orange Bowl, but another thing is going to be, and I get on this as well. A lot of Miami fans get on me about Mark Richt calling plays, but I can guarantee you this: if one of these quarterbacks don't make Mark Richt look very good this year, there will be screaming for offensive coordinator by week 6. This year we're gonna have to put points on the board because I don't know how good our defense is gonna be. With all the defensive linemen that's going to the NFL this year, we're losing 3 of our 5 starters. Like I said, I got a lot of confidence in Manny Diaz, but he's always on a short leash. If we have a bad game, the fans are on him. Defense has a bad game, the fans are on him. Offense has a bad game. Is give Coach Rick a time to get his recruits in. I'm like, well, Manny Diaz don't have his recruits in yet. What's the difference? He does some crazy play calling. So does Coach Rick. But I mean, you on a shorter leash. But the offense is probably going to have to carry us a little bit more this year. They're going to have to hold their weight a little bit more this year because we have so much defense, including Malik Young, who's not going to be back next year. That's 4 starters right there that's not coming back that we haven't even talked about any seniors and everything like Devontae Dane, no disrespect. He's not coming back. It's gonna be a whole new, it might be out of 11 starters on defense. I'm thinking it might be at least 5 or 6 that's not coming back. That's half your defense you're having to replace this year.